I was looking through yesterday. Yesterday afternoon. I was biking and I came across this sign all about road safety and what have you, referring to children, adults crossing the road. I was actually in Switzerland, funnily enough, and of course the sign being in Italian Switzerland or Italian speaking Switzerland was, of course, in Italian and very brutally um, translated. It just essentially said you have to be able to react. It was obviously referring to reacting in the event of a child jumping out in front of you as you're driving along, and all things related to safety and security and precautions that should be best taken whilst out on the road. And I suddenly thought, well, why can't we tie it in with something related to a particular aspect of the English language? I'm sure you all know your imperatives and the can, the can't, or the cannot, and the must or mustn't, or indeed, if you prefer, must not, and then the various variations of, I believe they're called modal verbs. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I am not a YouTuber by profession, but I think the culture of YouTubing, one might say that it was brought on by COVID, but of course it was being doing a lot. It was being done a lot, by people prior to COVID, so it's not a novelty. But I think certainly it's my duty to pass on the message of, may I define it as proficiently spoken British English, and I underline that because I think it's very important. The pronunciation will be launching a series of mini videos all through the summer, so you can enjoy a different video every day. And as I say, it'll always be more or less concentrating on a particular aspect of English language, whether it's pronunciation, which of course we know people find difficult sometimes pronouncing words in English. Many people feel that their command of the English language, they would like it to be better, which of course is simply, I think one might say, brought on by practice, because as we all know, whether you're playing cards or playing golf or playing a musical instrument or dancing or playing football, you're always training, and therefore, in a word, you're always practicing. So, if we stick to the rule, practice makes perfect, I think that a lot of you will be undoubtedly understanding me very well, because, of course, your English is probably better than mine. But having said that, I do find situations where there are people who master the English language, but occasionally feel that maybe they would prefer to be a little more confident. And of course, that's brought upon by just quite simply due to the fact not that they don't know the grammar rules, that they don't know the verbs. Very often, they don't know the words. If you have a look in the latest edition of the British Oxford English Oxford Dictionary, I suspect that you will find there are several hundred thousands or several thousands, tens of thousands of words. I'll tell you exactly how many there are. in the course of the next few days. But ask yourself one question: how many words do you know? And of course, if you learn 10 or 15 or 20 or 50 or 100 new words a day, that's an enormous progress. And I think as a result of that, it'll bring you huge confidence, and you'll feel, as I say, you have a good command of the English language, but you feel that you prefer, or you'd like to just have that, how do they call it, that extra gear, put it into overdrive, and really go for it, rather than holding back and being a little dubious, a little cautious, because of course you don't want to make a mistake. But you know, inevitably, what one must try and avoid is using words inappropriately. And by that I mean not perhaps in inappropriate situations, but expressing things, which is very important, that we don't go and use a word that we're convinced means one thing, when in fact, depending entirely on where we are, it might be interpreted incorrectly, and therefore might cause some embarrassment, which I think if we can avoid, it's probably better. So anyway, that's just a starter, just a little entree, I believe they say in French, into what will be a series of mini videos which will be launched all through the summer. And here we are. I mean, we are actually already well into summer, and but nevertheless, we'll see it how. Excuse me. We'll see how it goes through the course of the month of July, and if you're enjoying them, then we'll launch and put a whole lot more videos online as and when possible. Okay, bye for now. Bye.